What is up, soldiers of the internet? What's up? It is Castle Perfect here, bringing you a Pokemon Black 2 Wi-Fi battle match, OU tier. For those of you who love the OU tier, of course. This match is against some dude that I believe I challenged on my Skype account. If it's not on Smogon Battle Finder, I can't quite remember. I did not put down his name somewhere in my computer, so I cannot tell you what his name is either. So if you're the one watching this video and you battled me in this video, I would gladly love to hear your name so I can put it down in the title. But other than that, guys, let's go ahead and get started. I am going to start off with Garchomp is gonna start out with Victini. I'm gonna go straight for the Stone Edge, thinking that he might predict the Earthquake and go out into his Thunderous, but instead he goes out into Scizor. My Stone Edge just misses, and he goes for the Swords Dance. Unfortunately, I gotta make a switch into Heat Seeker. As you can see, I am trying to scare him off. Trying to let him think that I do have the Choice Scarf, or that I am faster than him and that I will probably use the Fire Attack move. But I did not work out in the end, because my Heatran is one of those defensive Heatrans that go for the Will-O-Wisp and that kind of stuff. So in the end, he goes for the superpowered. He pretty much out predicted me right there, or not really out predicted me. He outsmarted me right there and goes for the superpower, knowing that I was not one of those speedy Heatrans. So in the end, I end up going for the Gyarados, and I get the Intimidate off, which is gonna put his attack to -1, or actually to +1. Because he used the Swords Dance a few turns ago and got a +2 attack. So right now I got a Dragon Dance up, +1 attack, +1 speed. I am gonna go for the Waterfall and take out his Espeon, which he made a switch into. Now he's gonna bring out his Thunderous, and this thing actually scared the crap out of me, so I thought I'll bring out my iLegend, thinking that it would go for the T-Bolt, which is, why would he not go for that? But instead he was a little bit smarter, goes for the Hidden Power Ice and hits my iLegend straight. So that was a very, very nice move on his part. Now, I was actually thinking that his Thunderous was actually Choice Scarfed or something like that, because of the way he brought him in against Gyarados. Because usually, if Thunderous that does have max speed and doesn't have Choice Scarf or anything like that that boosts the speed stats, Gyarados would have been able to outspeed him because of the +1 speed, of course. But that was not the case here. He pretty much bluffed it pretty well and finishes off my iLegend as I bring in my Laser, go for the Stone Edge, take him out in one shot because it's super effective, and Stone Edge is quite powerful, and the defenses of Thunderous are quite a little bit fragile in my opinion. So in comes the Scizor once again, which is gonna scare out my Laser. I'm gonna bring out my Dragoon instead, which is gonna of course activate and Intimidate, get his attack -1. He goes for the Swords Dance, exactly the same scenario as the scenario that we had before. So this basically shows that this guy has not learned yet. So maybe he was thinking that I would go for the Dragon Dance on this turn, but really if I would have gone for that, I would have been a very stupid move on my part. So I went straight for the Waterfall, get the Flinch hacks going on. So right now it doesn't have any other choice than going for the Bullet Punch to deal as much damage as it possibly can before it goes down. So I go for the Waterfall, finish him off, and that Bullet Punch did a hell lot of damage. That was a lot. But well, you gotta understand that Scizor is one of those super powerful Pokemons that you don't want to mess with. So in comes the Hydreigon, which I'm only familiar of the variant which goes for the Fire Blast all over the place with Choice Scarf and Choice Specs, depending on its stats, the EV spread. But in this case, it's a Torment one, which I've never faced before. So in comes my Raw Power. I am basically gonna go for the Bullet Punch. I know that he still has his 15 left, but I really did not want it to overbreak too much, so I went straight for the Bullet Punch to do as much damage as I possibly can. In comes the 15, which was kind of predictable, but hey, once again, I did not really want it to get hit by a Fire Blast before I could do anything by that Hydreigon. So right now I'm basically forced out to switch into my Jet Pistol, which is my Latias, and he's gonna miss his first Thunder, as I'm gonna hit him pretty hard with the Dragon Pulse. I'm gonna do a decent amount of damage, which is, it looks like a 3-hit KO so far. But he goes for another Thunder and misses once again for the second time. And really, I never use Thunder when I'm not using Rain because of this kind of stuff. You miss a lot of times, so he misses 3 times in a row. I am able to get off a Calm Mind and go for the Dragon Pulse, which actually makes this Dragon Pulse damage a little bit higher, and therefore makes it a 2-hit KO instead of a 3-hit KO. So down goes the Victini, and in comes the Haxorus. Mold Breaker's ability gets activated. He could hit me with an Earthquake right now because that ability of his negates the Levitate, for those of you who didn't know. Dragon Pulse to the jaw, or actually to the belly. Down goes the Haxorus because that's super effective, and after 1 Calm Mind, +1 special attack and +1 special defense, that would be more than enough to take out Haxorus without any problem. So in comes the Hydreigon, and here's when I actually saw for the first time what kind of Hydreigon this one is. It's a defensive Hydreigon because even after 1+ Calm Mind or a +1 special attack from the Calm Mind, I am not gonna be able to take him down in one shot with a stab, Dragon Pulse, and also super effective. So he goes for the Torment, and now since I only have Psychic as my secondary move, I will not stay in and get hit by a Crunch or something like that. And in his case, it's a Dragon Breath. So I decided to make a switch into Raw Power. I was pretty sure it would not go for a Fire Blast or Flamethrower or anything like that. So now that my Scizor is into the field, I am going to hit him with a Bullet Punch, basically finish off the match and get myself the victory. But he prolongs it a little bit, trying to get a Para Hex, gets the Protect, and gets a little bit more leftovers recovery, which in the end is not really gonna matter too much because I still have Latias, which is faster than any of his remaining Pokemon, and I also got Laser left, which is Choice Scarfed, and also is faster than anything on his team. So that's pretty much a good game. I believe that's a 5-0 or something like that. I think it was, oh no, that's a 4-0 I believe, because he took down my Thunderous and Heatran, I believe, so far. And so I thank you very much, guys, for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. So take care. Peace.